Hello everybody, my name is Otis and I'm currently in Scotland. I live in my van and I'm doing a set of 30 videos for the next 30 days, the month of August, one a day, and it's all about integrity, structure, routine, discipline, making promises to myself and not letting myself down essentially, and I'm bringing you along on that journey. But first, I just want to tell you a little bit about how I ended up here. So 4 years ago, me and my ex-girlfriend decided to sell everything and move into a van, but first needed to build it. So 4 years ago, bought the van, took 2 years to convert it, and then moved into it and subsequently did a bit of traveling. But then last year, me and her broke up, and so yeah, the last year has been a bit fractured. Coming to terms with living in a van on my own and this sort of different lifestyle. I lived on my sister's drive for 8 or 9 months while I was going through that process. Nice to be around family, but I knew I needed to get on with things. So going into this year, I got a job in the Yorkshire Dales, which was great. I really enjoyed that job. Great group of people, and it was nice to have something to do, but I was doing some jobs, some roles that I didn't really enjoy, and also was doing split shifts, which are incredibly difficult. So getting up at 6 to start work at 7, and then working through to 11, and then from 11 having a break until like 5, and then starting again until 9. So that was really difficult. I didn't really enjoy that. I didn't really have much time. Yes, it was good. I was earning money. I didn't have much time to think, and so I felt kind of good when I was there. But then subsequently, I quit that job and I took a role up in Scotland, which is as an evening warden, 7:30 till 11:30 at night. And my idea was that it would give me the day to sort of have more time to get on with things that I want to do, i.e. YouTube and things like that. You know, I chose this life to be able to do more part-time hours. My costs are drastically lowered, so I don't need to work as many hours, yet I was working a ton in the Yorkshire Dales, and I didn't really feel like I was living the lifestyle that I kind of wanted to live. That said, since I've been here, I've been massively unmotivated to do anything. I haven't gone and seen much of this beautiful country that is Scotland. I've been hugely unmotivated, and I've been trying to figure out what direction I want to go, how I want to do it. And part of that has been, you know, I haven't known what direction to take the channel in. And I think part of that was that I felt like I needed to have everything figured out, that I needed to be in some kind of routine and having some kind of structure before I started. And then so the penny dropped and something clicked, and I was like, well, why don't I just document the process, you know? Do 30 days, 30 videos, creating routine and creating structure. And discipline and integrity, you know, saying I'm going to do something and sticking to it. So these 30 videos are going to be mostly about me creating a routine. What I'm doing is in the morning, I'm doing this thing called Miracle Morning, which is by a guy called Hal Elrod, and it's 6 things to do before you start your day. So if you start your day at 8, get up at 7, do these 6 things, right? And it's 10 minutes of each. So it's journaling, affirmations, visualizations, exercising, reading, and meditating. And so I do those 6 things. Now visualizations, I don't really sit there in the morning and do those. They tend to happen for me throughout the day. And it feels a bit like manifesting, which, yeah, I'm all for. I'm for envisioning, you know, what it's going to feel like after I've done this video and I get back home and I feel good because I've done it. I'm all for that. But it's not something I sit down and specifically do. And affirmations are something that I very much chop and change around. They're very direct to me, and they're very personal, and they're what I'm currently going through. So I'm just going to turn around because I'm nearly back where I need to be. So they're what I'm currently going through, and they're quite personal to me, like I say. I think it's important to keep chopping and changing affirmations around, because sometimes you might have something on there and then suddenly you get that, and you can either take it off or you can chop it, change it, keep them kind of fluid, that's what I say. But anyway, it's about me doing those 6 things daily and then going out and doing a video like this and documenting the experience, documenting the journey, documenting the changes, the shifts in mindset, things I learn along the way, as well as the fact that I have a plethora of ideas already and things that I like to talk about. And this gives me the sort of soapbox, or gives me the sort of pedestal to be able to do it. Not that I'm pedestalizing myself, but it gives me a place, let's say, to be able to air my thoughts in a a curious way, because that's what I am about these things. I'm curious. I definitely don't have the answers. I might have some answers, but I definitely don't have all the answers, and I don't like to presume that I do anyway. We're all different. We all come from different walks of life. What works for one person might not work for another, and this is just my experience. This is just my journey. So partly why I want to do it, well, I say partly, mostly why I want to do it is for my own integrity. I'm sick and tired of saying I'm going to do something and then not doing it. I am sick and tired of just letting, since I said, since I came to Scotland, I've had all of these days free. I haven't really been doing anything with them. I've just kind of been, I don't know, resting, I guess you could say, which I'm all for. But, at a certain point, you've got to, I think I heard something recently, a goal doesn't work unless you do. And I have goals, I have things that I want to do, I have things, I've always said I have an affinity towards YouTube, I want to make videos. They're not going to make themselves, I've got to meet it halfway and get the camera out and do something. So, and the discipline and the routine and the structure has always been something that I've struggled with, staying consistent for a long enough time for it to become a habit. And so that's why I want to do this. And I am also a big believer, like I said, in honesty, in vulnerability, and authenticity. And I think I touched on it earlier. That's why I want to do these videos, because they're real. This is me going through the plight, going through the struggle, and picking myself up and going, nah, I'm doing it now. I'm going to get on with it. I'm going to set up a plan and I'm going to stick to it. And, rather than wait for things to be this way or another, I'm getting on with it, through it, and I'm bringing you along for that. And I think that's important. It's always something I've wanted to bring to YouTube, or bring to my channel at least. So that's that. So with that said, this is day one. I'm going to see you tomorrow on day two. I'm really excited because I have this kind of I do have a little bit of a mindset. If I start something, I can't let myself down. Oh, that's the other thing. This is about accountability as well. And I know I shouldn't need to film it and document it and have a camera out in order to do these things, but it does make it somewhat easier. And I don't know what that is, because I should do things that are good for me regardless of who's watching. Like, you don't need somebody to be spectating for it to make sense or be good for you. And in a way, I'm kind of like filming it, and that's what's keeping me accountable. But whatever vehicle or mechanism that we use to motivate ourselves and to get ourselves to do X, Y, and Z, even if we may not want to, who cares? Who cares what it looks like, right? I'm just doing it. It's about accountability. This is going to help me, knowing that I've got a 30-day challenge, knowing that I'm going to be posting a video every day, and I'm going to want to get that video out there. It's going to help me to maintain this routine. It's going to help me maintain this discipline. And after 30 days, I'll probably continue it, and maybe I won't document it. And that's the other thing. I don't know where this video, or these sets of videos, where I'm going to be in 30 days time. This job that I've got is a fixed contract till the end of August, so it makes a lot of sense for me to utilise my days while I've got the work in the evenings. That's why I've started it in the month of August. And so who knows, in 30 days time I might be looking for another job. I might document that process. I might take a month off and document more of the sort of van life kind of living. I don't know, but for now, this is me starting small, I guess you could say, or me starting somewhere with what I can do in my current situation. I do get 2 days off a week, so Wednesdays and Thursdays, so I might take you out and about and do videos from somewhere else. I mean, this is where I'm at right now, just outside the campsite that I work at, so it's easy for me to get out there and go for a little walk, make a video. And I won't be able to pack down the van. I bought like a new side tent awning, and I've got that set up with the van, but it's a right pain in the faff to take it all off, drive somewhere, come back, do my shift. I'm not getting on with that. So for now, I'll just be making videos like this. So as I say, I'm turbo excited. This is day one. I know that I'm probably going to be successful, but nonetheless, you know, when it gets to day 16 or something like that, you know, you don't know what you're going to go through or what's going to happen. I don't know where I'm going to be, you know, and so who knows? But I like to think that I'm going to be successful at it. I like to think that now that I've done day one, there isn't a chance in hell that I'm not going to turn up for day two and the subsequent 28 days after that. But you never know. So I hope you've enjoyed this video of me rambling about what my plans are. I hope that you're going to enjoy the journey as I take you through it, and as I sort of experience the shifts that happen through life and through sticking to something. And I'll yeah, like and subscribe if you're new here and you're up for following along on my journey. And I shall see you tomorrow for another video. All right, peace out.